scary. I thought you had good taste till then. Doing great, Nick. Just playing around on the boob tube, YouTube, and computer screen.
It's a whole lot of media, man. You sound like a junkie. But yeah, I got a couple of screens going in front of me as well. And we finished watching Yellowstone today. Finally got to the last decadent episode. It was quite the journey.
W8WKY.
Wow, you've journeyed way farther than I have. Yes, sir. Yeah, and I'm back into Facebook, the hamsat.org, posting stuff in there, and keeping abreast of the satellite junkies.
All right. I guess you gotta stay in touch like that since you aren't out there on the porch tracking them, huh?
Yeah, Roger. And you know, there's so many avenues in this hobby. It seems like there's just as many in the satellite faction. So, just journeys abound.
I'm still trying to work out a way to, I'm still looking for setting up that Hellschreiber thing. Hellschreiber. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're working on that. You just brought to mind, overheard a conversation with Top Gun and KZ8TG Mobile and N7VAN talking about APRS, and I was like, man, if Nick only had his rig, VAN would already be getting APRS messages from Nick right now. I just know it, but you're probably not set up for that. And I was fumbling through that too, trying to learn how to do it, and on this 500, I'm scratching my head, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I need to get an APRS broadcast beacon to and from him before I can send him a message. QSL?
So what I do to initiate messages to people that I have not yet received a message from is I go into a message that's already been sent, and you change the call sign to where it's going, and that's how I've done it. Otherwise, I'm not really sure how to initiate a message, but that's how I've always done it.
Roger, thank you, and go figure. I deleted all my messages.
Sometimes you want to keep that digital clutter around, and yeah, I would have, because I've had Dustin's 400, for like 2 years now, I think, at least a year, and that one's always was always running, as well as the one on my running my Wires Xbox. I still had the bottom of that one running APRS too, so yeah, I probably would have. It's true. And I think I heard some of that conversation. I passed by, and I remember hearing Van and Tim talking about APRS, but I didn't listen enough to jump in and have anything worth adding, so I did not.
You're a better man than me. But I did not, too, because I knew you were pretty certain you weren't APRS message capable yet. But, you are capable. You're exceedingly capable. Just not doing it right now. Oh, what else did I have? gosh, I had something for you. It's gone. So thanks for the tip, use a message. Oh, I know what it was. So I'm playing around with APRS, and I'm like, all right, don't do what you did before and leave that APRS on and leave it on a repeater frequency. Well, then here comes W8TD. I hear him on the 3.9. I flip over there, and I didn't want to miss out on my pajama net frequency, so I flipped that on the B side, but I had APRS turned on again, so I'm pretty sure I was transmitting APRS on the 444.2. I was going to fess up to NXPK, but I turned it off, and no harm, no foul, I guess.
Katie at SLG returning. Well, every time somebody's blasting an APRS beacon on the W8WOO, on the first person that Aaron texts, says, hey, did you bump your 400 again? Because it's just so easy to do. That second knob underneath, if I do anything on top or just anybody bumps it, and then, I got the dog in the car, and Audrey in the car, and it happens. It happens. I don't know. Well, I do know why they don't lock it down to only working on that frequency, because you can use it on any frequency, so you can actually do that. And not every place uses the same APRS frequency. That is, we do in the States, but worldwide, no.
Yep, Roger. Well, thank you for that confession. I'm not alone. Appreciate it. I did that on my way into Owensboro one time, and they were just talking back and forth with each other, talking about interference, and then I realized what I'd done, and I had to fess up with them, too. My goodness. All right, buddy. You're behind the curtain tonight?
Yeah, Dustin's going to be here. Yeah, he had something better to do this afternoon, so I did the boredom breaker nap, which was a ton of fun, by the way. I had a good time today.
Oh, cool. Did you hear me come in as tail gunner? Nancy announced me as tail gunner. I don't even know what the topic was, if there was one, but hey, at least I was tail gunner.
I don't even remember what the topic was. I think she started with a topic, and then everything just went sideways with train wrecks from hell.
Oh, my goodness. Nancy driving a train wreck from hell. That's fabulous. Okay. Well, I'm glad you like my, what do you call that, meme. Maybe we ought to post that up there on the Discord channel.
Or just text it directly to Gary himself. So there's that. You know what really surprised me last night is we didn't get anybody come in and say candy corn when I was asking about favorite candies, and then I thought, no, actually it doesn't surprise me at all. Candy corn's gross. And when I was looking through Halloweeny kind of things to make a trivia question out of, one of them was about candy corn, because the original name of candy corn was chicken feed. Made me think of Larry.
I never knew that. When you said candy corn, I was thinking of Colonel Cornwaldo bean. And yeah, I was surprised. It was fun. Everybody naming off their favorite candies and going into nostalgic candies. And I too realized, I was like, wait a minute, nobody mentioned candy corn. Gary should have mentioned that one if he's going to mention circus peanuts.
I'm kind of choking on circus peanuts. just even thinking about them. You know, that like blast of like dust you get when you bite into one because somehow they're dry on the inside and powdery. I don't know. All right, I gotta go grab a Mountain Dew and make room for more. Good talking to you, Mark. I got you on the list. I'll be back in time for the pre-show. K4OG, KDA, that's LG. I'll be clear on yours, Mark.
W8WKY.
Thanks for the chat, KDA, that's LG. K4OG for ID and legality. 73s.
K4OG, W2JLS. Good evening, Mark. How are you doing?
W2JLS, the lurker from underneath. Hey, man, I like your ideas about meeting up somewhere in the local township.
Yeah, we should do that. We got a pretty fair representation over here at Copley Fairlawn. Get together and go catch up with an eyeball queue, so that would be cool. Yeah, just let me know a good when. We could maybe try to intersect with Gary and Dave as well, if that works. Or a subset, rational subset that we can string together. Anybody wants to pop in is fine too. Yeah, I'm out at the grocery store taking care of picking up a couple of things before the net, and thought I'd pop in. I was listening to your conversation with Nick. One of the things that didn't get mentioned last night, and I thought that's what the other Mark was leaning towards, probably the Clark bar with that flaky peanut butter thing, but I remembered the Zagnut bar, which was the same thing but with coconut.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Zagnut bar. And I like those coconut candies good enough. I mean, I enjoy the Mounds on occasions. I mean, hey, they got nuts. No, wait a minute. Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got nuts.
Yes, along with half of the population. Yeah, I'm not a giant fan of either of those two. I like Clark Bar. I was like that as a kid. It was one of my favorites. Try to steer clear of too much candy these days. But yeah, the Almond Joy and Mounds. Given the choice, I'd take the Almond Joy. So coconut, I'm like iffy on. Seems like when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, the ladies were putting coconut in every damn thing. I just eventually, I've had enough.
Yeah, I remember your point. You're right. In the 70s, they were everything. Another candy bar, I was trying to hit on it last night. I thought it was $1 million bar, but it may be the $100,000 bar. Can't quite remember, but it was a thing for about a hot minute.
$100,000.
That's it.
In the beginning, they did call it the $100,000 bar, though, and I love it. And that's still a thing. You can buy those. It's still tasty. The other thing I like is Kit Kat. And they've got so many different. Some of these companies have gotten creative, maybe too far, but Kit Kat's got like a dark chocolate version. Some of the Halloween candy I purchased has got kind of a white chocolate version that looks like monsters. Yeah. Anyway, $100,000 bar. When my son was really little, he would always give me those if he got them because he knew I liked them.
right, W2JLS, I'm going to clear the channel, and that way somebody can be punctual. So 73s, and we'll see what transpires. K4OG.
K4OG, W2JLS, and I'll be listening
The
here.
Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's my girl, stomping all over my brother from another mother. QST. Calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the W8WKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset, and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start a half hour before the net. That's what this is. This is a control net. We ask that all traffic pass your net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8, Sierra Lima Golf, KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. So, here's the way it works. I line them up, Dustin knocks them down. Josh and Lucy have some trivia questions for us. We'll line them up during this hour, get everybody in here. Dustin continues to take check-ins during the net, and then we'll get a couple of trivia questions out there and start working the list. As for me, I'm going to check in with the net control team before I start taking check-ins, what I like to call the Mickey Mouse roll call. Make sure everybody's radio is working. KD8EPC, this is KD8 SLG. How are you, Dustin? You ready to rock and roll tonight, buddy?
KD8 SLG and the Beacon Net pre-show. Good evening, Nick. We're here. We're ready to go. We're going to get a cold beverage, and hopefully the wind hasn't knocked my antenna down, so you'll have to let me know. And this is KD8 EPC, back to pre-net control.
Well, so far it sounds pretty good. Maybe you got lucky and it blew it into a better position for tonight. Thanks, Dustin. I missed you today, man. I had a good net, though. I think I did 39 check-ins. I had some fun. We're going to clear with KD8 EPC. He'll be back at the top of the hour. And let's check in with Nick and Knight. He talked to me this afternoon. K8QKO, KD8 SLG. How are you, Nick?
KD8 SLG, K8QKO. Doing good, Nick. Doing good. Just kind of hanging out. Hey, I don't know if I'm going to stick around for long. I'll probably stick around, listen to the trivia and throw my answers on the blue screen, and then I'm probably going to go to bed because I'm kind of tuckered. But that's where I'm at. With that, I'll pass it back to you, K8QKO.
I bet if we asked Dustin real nicely, he'd call you early so you can still answer before you take off to bed. And I hear you, man. It's a sleepy time of the year. Thanks, Nick. Going to clear with KE8QKO. Let's check in with our trivia masters tonight. W8HRF is KD8 SLG. How are you, Josh?
KD8 SLG, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick. Doing well. Got a trivia question all set to go. And I'm going to also be, I got to finish transcribing some logs here during the net. So we're ready to rock and roll. Hopefully we sound good. Hey, Nick and Knight. Hopefully things wrapped up well after I left this weekend. So nice to see you. Nice to work some scouts on the air. So, all right, catch you in a little bit, Nick. KD8 SLG, W8HRF.
Sounding good, Josh. We're going to clear with W8HRF, and let's check in with Miss Lucy, KE8YUK, KD8 SLG. How are you, Lucy? And I forgot to ask, who's got main and who's got alt tonight?
KD8 SLG, KE8YUK. Good evening, Just Nick and the net. I have main. Josh has alt. I only have 5 more mains stacked up in my my backlog, though, so I'm probably going to be focused on making more of those. before I run out. That's the answer to the question, I do believe. And of course, we'll be sticking around. K8YK to K8 SLG.
W8WKY.
Had to wait for my node to ID. It's been driving me nuts all day. All right. Josh is doing all your 5 trivia questions ahead. I scramble every time I have to do one. I had a fun one last night on the ClubNet. We're going to clear with KEYUK. We'll talk to you soon enough there, Miss Lucy. And last but not least, let's say hi to Eric. KE8GZA. This is KE8SLG. How are you, Eric? Sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG, KE8ZZA here. No, I'm gonna cash it in. I am either coming down with something, or my batteries are run down, or both. But yeah, great trivia question last night, and I was actually in a meeting today when my alarm went off for the boredom breaker net, so that didn't happen. I apologize, but yeah, I gotta keep that money rolling in, because I keep telling everyone in the family here, we like to eat too much. So, yeah, there you have it. Anyway, have a good net, and 7-3 KE8ZZA. Back to you, Nick.
All right, Eric. Rest up, man. Feel better? It's good talking to you. And, man, it was a fun net last night. It's great to have everybody in there. All right, man. Well, I got you punched. Your ticket's punched, so thanks for being here, Eric. We're going to clear with K8BZA. All right, I'm going to take a couple rounds of check-ins. But first, let me tell you who I've got on the list so far. Here we go. KE0KDW, that's Brad, KI5WDM, Donald, N9KIW, Chip, K5CFY, Ray, KF8G, Brian, W2JLS, John, KI5RFI, Mac, K8TQR, Keith, K4OG, Mark, KC0LRM, Kelly, K8ZRY, Jeremy, AB8MO, Andy, N5KBD, Pete, KI5TAQ, Taco, Tim, K8MNT, Tom is in and out. Thanks, Tom. AI5WN, Kyle, got you in there, as requested. And K8PJW's in and out as well. Thanks, Phil. All right, if there's anybody else out there that would like to check in, this is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
November 8, Yankee Mike, Yankee John will be in and out tonight, 7-3s.
November 8, Whiskey Hotel, Romeo, Mike, in and out tonight from Brunswick.
All right, we got 2 in and outs that time. N8YMY John and N8WHR Mike. Thanks, guys. Good hearing from you. Listen out if you can. All right, one more, and then we'll start working the list we've already got. Anybody else out there want to get on the early list for the Beacon Net starting at the top of the hour? This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
Kilo 7, Alpha November, K7RAN.
Control, here's Kilo 1, Italy Fox, K1IF.
Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie, Mark, in Pasadena, Texas.
All right, I grabbed a few there, and I think I missed at least one. K3MBC, Mark, I got you on the first try. I didn't actually hear you, but I saw you key up, so I got you in there first. K7RAN, Randy, I believe I got that one right. And K1IF, John, good to hear you tonight. there was someone who was real weak, real low down in the noise. I think they were coming in from Oklahoma repeater. I want to give it another try if I didn't get your call there.
KI5, JIB, Kilo, India, 5, Julia, India, Bravo, in and out.
All right, we picked up KI5, JIB, Chris, in and out. Thanks, man. You have a great night. All right, let's work this list here and see who's sticking around tonight and who's just here to say hi. We're going to go way up to the top. Brad, K0, KDW, KD8, SLG. How are you, Brad? We got to talk for a few minutes earlier, but tell everybody where you've been for the past month, and you going to stick around tonight? At least enough to get the questions in?
Oh, I'll be sticking around. I'm sure everybody's forgotten who I am. Hi. But, no, if it's not severe weather that keeps me from doing stuff, it's just because I'm wore out from planning and meetings and, volunteer stuff. So that's mentally exhausting. I went to a meeting Tuesday, which was 8 hours long. Then did about an hour tour of the facility we met at, which was the Convoy of Hope headquarters. Fantastic place, fantastic organization, and something that if you have the means to be able to donate to, highly recommend donating to Convoy of Hope. Fabulous organization. And so there's that, but that's what I've been up to, meetings and working communications for multiple events and working on applying for a couple jobs at some 911 centers. So busy. And yeah, we'll be sticking around to drop some answers in the bucket. A0 KDW.
Cool, Brad. It's good to have you back, man. And I got you sticking around tonight. We're going to clear K0 KDW. Let's go out and talk to Donald. Haven't spoken to you since this afternoon, buddy. KI5 WDM. What's up, Donald? You sticking around tonight?
This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Good evening, Nick. Hello, Dustin there in the background. Yeah, I got a real good nap in after I talked to everybody earlier, so I thought I'd come out here, and I don't get on this net very often, but I enjoy it when I do, so I thought I'd come out here and do that tonight. Appreciate you picking me up, and we'll be talking at you later. I am going to hang around.
Cool. Good to have you on board there tonight, Donald. A nap sounds fabulous. We're going to clear with KI5WDM. Let's check in with Chip N9KIW, KDSLG. What's going on, Chip? You got to stick around for trivia tonight? Uh-oh. I don't see him on the green or the blue screen anymore. N9KIW, KD8SLG. Still out there, Chip? Well, shucks, I hate to lose him so early in the night. All right. Let's go out to Oklahoma and talk to Ray. K5CFY, KD8SLG. Good evening, Ray. How you doing? You sticking around?
SLG in the net, K5CFY. I am sticking around, just Nick. Great job, fine business on the net this afternoon. I was hoping for 3 more, but come a little short anyway. Have a good one, K5CFY. We'll be listening.
Well, I had fun talking to everybody today, Ray. I don't always get to talk to everybody, because Dustin usually does that. So I get a little chatty when it's just me. And then there was that one train wreck that took me about 3 minutes to unravel. That was just I can't say it. Glad to have you here tonight, Ray. Always a pleasure playing on the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker Net on Wednesdays. Always a pleasure. Thanks, man. Got Ray sticking around. We're going to clear with K5CFY. Let's talk to Brian, KFAG, KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Brian? You going to stick around and play trivia?
Well, I guess so. Oh, we'll see. Getting kind of tired tonight, but I got to be up bright and early so I can pick on Gary. You know how that goes. So, yeah, I'll stick around for now. If you don't hear from me, well, I nodded off. KFAG.
KF8G, KD8SLG. I got you sticking around. Yeah, we have to get up early and make sure we can give President Gary a hard time. You know, the morning after beer night, for sure. All right, man. Gonna clear with KF8G. Let's check in with my brother from another mother, W2JLS, KD8SLG. What's going on, John? You gonna stay up and play a couple rounds of trivia with us tonight?
W2JLS. Yeah, you can count me in, buddy. Count me in. If I'm not there, don't take it personally. I'm kind of tired too, but I think I'm going to hang out.
All right, man. We'll give you a call. It's going to go fast tonight. Always does. We're going to clear W2JLS, who is sticking around. This is the Beacon Net pre-show on the WWKY repeater. I'm KD8SLG, and next up we got Mac, Arkansas in the house. KI5RFI, KD8SLG. What's up, Mac? You sticking around tonight?
Yeah, 5 RFI here. Good evening, Nick. Everybody on the net. Beautiful day here in the Ozarks. Spent the afternoon taking a good long nap. Yes, sir. I will be hanging around for the trivia tonight. Wouldn't miss it. That's the next show.
A fine businessman, fine business guy sticking around tonight. KI5RFI. WB4AIZ, Chuck, I see you're in and out there. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you tonight. Didn't see you until earlier. Didn't see you earlier tonight. Thanks, Chuck. Next up, we got Keith, KE8TQR. Second time today. How are you, Keith? You sticking around for trivia tonight, or are you just here getting your ticket punched?
KD8SLG, this is KE8TQR. I will be sticking around tonight, Nick. Want to play me a little trivia and listen to what everybody has to say, so I'll send it back to you at pre-net control.
Cool, man. Good to hear you back on the radio. And it sounds like you were very successful at getting absolutely nothing done today. Fine business. We're going to clear with KE8TQR, who's sticking around. Let's check in with the original gangsta, K4OG, KD8SLG. Hey, Mark, you sticking around tonight, buddy?
KD8SLG, K4OG. You got me up now, Nick, and I haven't listened to KE8TQR in ages. Sounds like he was anti-gophering his antenna cables or something. So, yeah, we'll stick around and listen to what he has to say. K4OG.
I got you sticking around, Mark. Thanks, man. De-gophering, is that like de-groundhogging? I know who's doing that. Gonna clear with K4OG sticking around. Let's go out to Tulsa and talk to Kelly, KC0LRM, KD8SLG. Hey, Kelly, how you doing tonight, buddy? Twice in one day. You sticking around tonight? Uh-oh. KC0LRM, KD8SLG, you out there, Kelly? still hitting out in Oklahoma, so I'm going to leave him on the list. He may have had to walk down the hall or something. He always sticks around. Going to clear with KC0LRM. Let's pick up Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How are you, Jeremy? What's going on tonight? And are you sticking around for the big show?
KD8SLG, this is KE8ZRY, Jeremy down here in Ashland. I am sticking around. Not much going on tonight, just doing some relaxing, working on a little bit of a project. So I'll be here. And with that, I'll pass it back over to you. This is KE8ZRY.
All right, man. Stay tuned in while you're doing your project. We'll keep you awake, I promise. Gonna clear the K8ZRY. You sticking around? Let's go way up north and talk to Andy, man. And AB8MOs, KD8SLG. What's up, Andy? Sticking around tonight?
Yeah, Easter trivia. I gotta get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I'm probably gonna say my piece and try to go to bed. Trying to work Somalia unsuccessfully on 30 meters so far. I got him on 20 yesterday, but can't quite make it to the Horn of Africa. Bummer. KD8SLG, this is AB8MO.
Well, keep working it, man. Keep working it. You'll get it. And got you sticking around for the big show. Thanks, Andy. Gonna clear with AB8MO. Let's grab Pete. I don't know if he was in and out tonight or not. There's been a lot of action on the blue screen and I missed it. But Pete, are you out there tonight? N5 KBD, KD8SLG. N5 KBD, KD8SLG. You out there, Pete? All right, nothing heard there. Let's give Kelly a test of his equipment there. KC0LRM, KD8SLG. Kelly, can you hear me now, and can you respond, and are you sticking around?
Hey, KD8SLG. I could hear you fine the first time. My audio was just like a straight bar, and it wasn't doing anything. So, like I said, I think I forgot to shut it down after the boredom breaker at lunch, so it was probably kind of hung up there. But I will be sticking around. Thanks for coming back to me. All right, back to you, Nick.
KC0LRM, KD8SLG. Sounds good now, Kelly. Sounds good now, man. Glad you're sticking around. Gonna clear with KC0LRM. Next on the list, we got Taco Tim. KI5TAQ, KD8SLG. You sticking around tonight, Tim?
Hey, good evening there, Nick. This is twice we've talked. Yes, I am sticking around. And of course, yes, I did pester poor Alan, a.k.a. Jack Sparrow. So, I'll be around. This is KI5TAQ.
Twice in one day is 2 times too many, Tim. Just kidding, man. Thank you for giving all of my love to Alan today. We're going to clear with KI5TAQ, who's sticking around. Punch in with Kyle, AI5WN, KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, man? And you going to stick around and play trivia with us tonight? AI5WN, AI5WN, KD8SLG.
Alpha India 5, Whiskey November, are you picking me up?
W8WKY.
Alpha India 5, Whiskey November, are you picking me up? Alpha India 5, Whiskey November.
Yeah, Kyle, I got you. I had to wait for my node to ID, and you came back before that finished. But, yeah, I got you this time, man. I got you both those times. You sound great. You gonna stick around tonight?
Yes, sir. I'll be sticking around. I got a beverage, and I'm ready to go.
Fabulous, man. Fabulous. I got me a beverage, too. And I'm looking forward to having a drink here after this. I've done a lot of talking the last couple of days, and I usually only punch the keys. Glad to have you on board, man. AI5WN, KD8SLG. All right, we had a whole string of in and outs there. KUPGW, N8YMY, N8WHR. Thanks, guys. K3MBC, KD8SLG. Mark out in Texas. You gonna stick around and play trivia?
Is K3MBC. Absolutely, I'm sticking around. I'm just looking forward for a chance to get away from the long, ugly day today. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm in. K3MBC.
The end of long, ugly days end here, Mark. That's the way it works, man. Glad to have you on board. We're going to clear with K3MBC, who's sticking around. Check out Randy, K7RAN. I think I got that right. How you doing tonight? You guys stick around and play trivia with us? It's going to start in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, I sure am. And it's kind of a peaceful night in Salt Lake City. But yeah, trivia sounds good, and I'm right here. So just going to stand by for that. This is K7RAN.
Cool, man. Hey, what's the weather like out there, just out of curiosity?
It's about 55 degrees right now. Maybe it was I would say in the 60s today. It wasn't too warm. We're seeing the change of to fall. The snow won't come for another, probably into December. We'll start getting the snow, and by January it's pretty bad.
All right, cool. I didn't know how soon the snow started creeping down out there. We got 46 degrees here tonight, so we're a little colder than you even. All right, man. Looking forward to talking to you later on. Thanks for being here. Going to clear with K7RAN and K1IF. Interesting call sign, John. How you doing tonight? You gonna stick around for trivia?
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening to the pre-net, I guess. Just happened to stumble across you over on free DMR extended network, and so I dialed up my Allstar Node, and I will listen in and possibly participate in your net trivia. Thank you very much from K1IF in Youngstown, Ohio, Mahoning County.
All right, man. It's great to have you on board. We'll get going here in a couple of minutes. We're going to clear with K1IF, John. KI5JIB, Chris was in and out. We got KE8QFT, Uncle Fred out there. Uncle Fred, are you sticking around tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I'll be here. Back to you in the pre-net.
Cool. Thanks, Uncle Fred. Just want to let you guys know I did add WAKOC and K6KJV. I saw you guys out there. Got you on the list. But next up, it's a net now. KC8FQV, KD8SLG. Mark, how you doing tonight, buddy? You sticking around?
Oh, yeah, I'll stick around, Nick. Why not? It's a great net. It's just a continuation of nets that I keep doing all day and long stopping at. So K7QV, back to net control, Nick.
All right, buddy, we got a spot for you. We're going to clear with KC8FQV. Sticking around. WB4AIZ was in and out. Thank you, Chuckles. WA8KOC, how I started my day. KD8SLG. How are you tonight, Fred? Are you sticking around, or are you just here to get your parking ticket punched?
KD8SLG and the prenet for the beacon net WA8KOC. Please punch my parking pass, if you would. This makes 4 in a row, buddy. Last night, this morning, this afternoon, and now. You're radioactive, as it were. Thanks for being here. Thanks for taking my check-in. I appreciate it. I hope the trivia goes well tonight. I hope everybody has a lot of fun. Give my regards to all. KD8SLG 73 to you and everybody else. WA8KOC.
Very good, Fred. Yeah, they seem to line up on me this week, and here I am. I don't think I have another half hour left of my voice tonight, so it's probably a good thing I'm about to hand it off. Your ticket is punched, your parking is free. Have a good night, Fred. We'll talk to you next time. I'm going to clear WA8KOC. I got one more to punch in with here. K6KJV, Rev Kev, it's KD8SLG. Had to talk to you before handing it off. How you doing tonight, man? You gonna stick around?
Well, thank you very much for picking me up there, Mr. Nick, and everybody else, hello. And yes, I'm gonna be sticking around. I got to hear what the questions are, so I can give my right answers. So, back to you, Nick. K6KJV.
Got you sticking around tonight, Rev Kev. K6KJV, KD8SLG, and Maranatha, my friend. Maranatha. All right, it's the top of the hour. I want to thank everybody who participated here and joined me for the pre-show. We got a good start on the night. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Light them up, D.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be your net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8 WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 4496 and Echolink W8 WKY-R. This is a direct net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show, I'd like to check into the Beacon Net. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango, Craig in Shreve.
Oklahoma.
All right, I got two. I got A8CT Craig and AI5Q, my good friend Jairus there. Anybody else, please call now.
Kilo, Echo 8, Bravo, Hotel Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin, Mobile. This is November 9, Kilo India Whiskey. I checked in online but didn't hear my call, so there you go.
W8WKY.
All right, we picked up Ben, and then we got Chip N9KIW. I got you up on the top of the list there, my friend, so I'll be right back to you. All right, we got a nice list here. We've got 37 on the list. We got Ben in the mobile. We'll be right back to you. Let me go up here to the top. Let's get our trivias, and let's get this party started. Let's go talk to Miss Lucy K8YEK. What do you have for us?
KD8EPC and the net, KE8YUK with main trivia.
In which city was the first public demonstration of radio communication held? A. St. Louis, Missouri. B. Alpine, New Jersey. C. New York, New York. Or D. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Again, in which city was the first public demonstration of radio communication held? A. St. Louis, Missouri. B. Alpine, New Jersey. C. New York, New York. Or D. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'll post it in the blue screen. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. Now let's go to Mr. Lucy, W8HRF, for our alternate trivia. What do you have for us?
KD80PC, W8HRF. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, what is the oddly specific name for that perfect kernel of toothpaste you see in commercials? Your options are Alpha, a swoosh, Bravo, a nurdle, Charlie, a dabble, Delta, a Cornwaldo bean, or Echo, a pastelet. Again, tonight's alt trivia. What is the oddly specific name for that perfect curl of toothpaste that you see in commercials? Your options are Alpha, a swoosh, Bravo, a nurdle, Charlie, a dabble, Delta, a Cornwaldo bean, or Echo, a pastelet. I'll go ahead and post this in the blue screen. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Josh. Let's go down here to talk to Ben. He's in the mobile KEBHQ. What's going on, man, and what do you have for our trivias?
88EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good. Just jumped in the truck and was able to catch check-ins right at the last second. I'll get right on down to trivia and go with Alpha and Delta. That's about all I've got, so I'm going to give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there. Well, mobile safely, my friend. I'm glad you were able to make it in, and we got you out for Alpha and Delta. We'll say 73, and we're going to go up here, and we're going to talk to Nick at night now, KE8QKO. What do you got for us?
KE8QKO. All right, well, thanks for grabbing me earlier, Dustin. I don't know if I have a lot to add, just kind of tired. It's been a long week at work. My answers to the trivia are going to be Bravo and Bravo, and that's about all I got tonight. So I'm going to go turn into a pumpkin and say goodnight. KE8QKO.
All right there, my friend. Well, thanks for stopping by. Get some rest, and we'll say 73 and catch you down the log. All right, I think that takes care of all the mobile short times and all that good stuff. So let's go start right at the top here. Man, here's a stranger, KA0KDW. Where you been, Brad? I was just thinking about you yesterday. How you doing?
Doing all right. Like I mentioned to Nick, been doing a lot of volunteer communication events and planning set events and meetings and other things. Did an 8-hour meeting last week on Tuesday at Convoy of Hope for what we call the Integrated Weather Team, which is presented by the National Weather Service and has emergency management, hospital officials, school officials, DOT, SEMA, FEMA, any other acronyms you can think of, fire, 911, public safety, so on and so forth, and of course amateur radio, so all the key partners of the Weather Service. We had our annual meeting last week, so we got a nice little tour of the Convoy of Hope Global headquarters. So that was a nice little treat there as well. But otherwise, not been too busy. I don't think I ever came back on the net after I got my repeater back up and running. It was off air for a couple of weeks at the beginning of September. And I think I just built the cron jobs and forgot to re-enable this one. That, and I was so busy that I was tired, which I'm actually barely awake now. So let me break real quick. And for trivia, we're going to go with St. Louis for the first one, and Charlie for the second one. So there you go. Seems like a lot of things, and I'm not saying this as I know the answer, because I don't know the answer to the first one. I'm just going with it because, hey, it's Missouri, why not? But it seems like a lot of interesting things start in Missouri. That's where we got the waffle cone, ice cream cone. As legend has it, an ice cream vendor at the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair ran out of bowls. So he went next door to the waffle vendor, and they had a great idea to roll up a waffle and put ice cream in it. And the waffle cone was born. Hint, hint to Lucy there. There's you a sixth trivia question to throw in. They'll probably give it a month or two so people forget what I just said. There you go. KA0KDW. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Brad. Well, great to hear you, man. Yeah, glad that your repeater's back up. Glad that you've been busy volunteering and not just missing off the face of the earth. And don't be a stranger, buddy. We got you now for Alpha and Charlie. We'll say 73, and then we'll catch you on down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Next, we're going to go talk to Donald, KI5WDM. What's going on?
This is KI5WDM. Good afternoon, Dustin. Nothing, just sitting here waiting for my turn and watching some YouTube. My answers for the trivia are going to be B is in boy and B is in boy. So that's that. I really don't have a clue about the second one, and I think I just saw something not very long ago on YouTube about the first one, but it was not long enough ago for me to remember. Other than that, that's all I've got for you. Appreciate you letting me in and playing trivia. Appreciate it. Everybody that's calling in today and checking in with you. So this is KI5WDM on the side.
All right there, Donald. Well, great to hear you this evening. We'll say 73 to you for now. Thanks for joining us, and we'll look forward to hearing you on down the log real soon. We're going to go down and talk to Chip now, N9KIW. What's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. Feeling the cooler weather. About 54, I think, and it's going to get down to into the 40s tonight. So I've had to kick that heat on a couple of times. And I hope I successfully did a backup of my SD card with my clear notes, so hopefully I won't need that for a long time. Anyway, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. Charlie and Charlie for the trivia. Back to net from November 9, Kilo India Whiskey.
All right there, Chip, we got your answers down. Yeah, it's really chilly and windy here in Ohio right now. We got 44 degrees, windy, and I think it was raining last time I looked outside, but that's been a minute. So we'll say 73 to you. Thanks for joining us, and we got your answers down there for trivia. So we'll catch you on down the log. Let's jump on over to Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. How you doing, Ray? What's going on?
W8WKY.
88 EPC in the net, K5CFY. I'm going to go with Alpha and Echo. Alpha and Echo for me. Anyway, Dustin, we missed you on the Border Breaker net today, but just Nick did a fine job there filling in for you. But anyway, good to hear you. Great job, and we'll say 73 to you. K5CFY. Back to you there, Dustin.
All right there, Ray. We got you out for Alpha and Echo, and I'll tell you, we missed everybody today, but duty called. We spent the afternoon wrestling a fuel oil tank up a flight of stairs. So there you go. We'll say 73 TM. We'll catch you on down the log, and that's going to bring us on over here to Brian, KF8G. How you doing?
Oh, not a heck of a lot going on, so you can put me down for 42 corn Waldo beans for my answer, my usual. But I did a little grocery shopping, just kind of hid inside today with the cruddy weather, so we'll see. Hopefully Friday settles down. I want to go out and take a run at the leaves. I'm thinking about driving down to New Martinsville, West Virginia. I've got a back road that's a lot of fun down there. Probably do that Monday, we'll see. Might go out to Youngstown Friday for the radio club out there. Haven't seen those guys in a while. So with that, I'll turn it back to the net. Everyone have a good evening, 7-3. KF8G.
All right there, we'll say 73 to you, Brian. Thanks for stopping by, and safe travels if you go down there. Let's jump it over to John now, W2JLS. How you doing, John? What's going on?
KD8 EPC, Mr. Dustin. Good evening on your ears, sir. My apologies for not being in the radio room. I am currently chilling on the Victor Lima Charlie, and just really I'm feeling the day. Not in a bad way, just feeling the day, right? So didn't make my way downstairs to the radio room. I'm doing fine, though. Everything's good, Mr. Dustin. Busy, but that's not a bad thing. And, I'm enjoying this fall thing. And I got my head-to-seat warmers this morning up to 3 blips. So there's that. And even the hand warmers on the steering wheel. This is the first car I've had with that. And, it's a good time of the year to have that. And I get, must be I'm getting old that I need it this early. There's not even snow flying yet, right? But creature comforts once in a while. The trivia. I like Nerdle. I know it in a polymer context. I don't know about toothpaste. So that's my guess on that. And I wanting to guess Alpine, New Jersey on the other one because it's not immediately familiar. And that maybe if you're exploring radio in the early days, maybe you wouldn't do it in a major urban population center. So just thinking. So those are my guesses. But yeah, man, it's good to hear everybody tonight. And I'll just be listening in. Take care, Mr. Dustin. W2JLS, back to you.
All right there, John. Well, great to hear you out there. And I'll tell you what, I was thinking about you the other day when I hooked up my D-Star for the first time in a long time. We're going to have to try that out sometime when we get some time. So got you down for double B's there. We'll say 73. And let's jump on over to Arkansas now, talk to Mac. KI5 RFI, what's going on?
Driving Metropolis to this beautiful northwest Arkansas, where we have a clear sky and 65 degrees. It's a beautiful day here. Got to spend about an hour with two of my teenage grandkids, and my daughter picked them up and took them out to lunch today, gave them a break from school, and that was fun. Anyhow, my trivia question, I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie. Total wild guess on both of them, but I didn't want to be one of those guys that do this. So there you go. Back to net control.
All right there, Mac. Well, great to hear you out there as always, my friend. We've got your answers down, and we'll look forward to catching you there real soon. Let's go to Keith now, KE8TQR. What's going on, Keith? Been a while.
KD8EPC, this is KE8TQR. Good evening, Dustin. Yes, it has been a while, and I'm going to try to get in here a little more often. No promises, but I'll do my best. And you and Nick are doing a fine job running the net tonight. Do appreciate it when you get it done. And good evening to everyone else here on the net. It's good to be with you all tonight. And just because K4OG brought it up, I thought I'd explain. Last year when my tower went vertical, that was in November of last year. Mark, you were there. You made that wonderful video that I know a few people have seen. Nick was there as well, and a few other good friends, and my tower went vertical. The only thing I didn't get done last year was I wanted to run coax through conduit from the tower to the house. But winter come on too fast, so the coax went into the trench I had dug, and the conduit sat in the garage for a little over a year. About 3 weeks ago, I decided it has to get done. So I pulled the coax out of the trench. I had to redig the trench a little bit because it had started to fill in. And then a good friend of mine and ours, N8LTR, come over. He helped me put all the conduit together, which is 2-inch CPVC. I found out you cannot put that together by yourself. So him and I put it together. We ran the 5 coaxes through the conduit. The 24600 doesn't really like to bend, we found out. Well, he knew, but I found out. Anyway, we got it all together, and I got the weather heads on. I got the antennas all hooked up again, and everything looks really good outside with the conduit, the weather heads, everything looks really neat and just fine. So the antennas all work, so I'm real happy about that. Let me break for time. Didn't want to time that repeater out. I did that a little bit ago. And everything looks just great. Everything I wanted to do outside is now done. It took a little 2 years in the making, but hey, when you want to do something, you do it well, and it takes time. Anyway, just wanted to say everyone have a good night, a good rest of the week, and fine job on the net again tonight, and I'll send it back to Net Control. Dustin, you're doing a fine job, and thanks for all the work you guys do. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless.
All right there, Keith. Well, great to hear you, and I'm glad to hear you finally got the coax through some conduit there. That's awesome, man. I know that's been a long, ongoing project for you, so good to hear. We're going to say 73 to you, and that's going to bring us on over here to middle Mark, K4OG. How you doing, Mark?
KD8EPC, K4OG. Good evening, Dustin and everyone. Well, thanks for the explanation, Keith. KE8TQR. I'm assuming it's because of these menacing groundhogs around here. Well, I mean, you probably got more than one reason to put it in conduit, but hey, it sounds like a great idea. Glad you got it done. Cool. The trivia question. Well, these are good ones, Lucy and Josh. St. Louis has a special place in my heart, so that's why I'm picking that one for the main. And I, too, like the nurdle word. So we're going to go with Bravo on the alternate. And, man, that's what I got, guys. Fox Hunt Saturday. Looks like we're going to have some sunshine this weekend. So that's a blessing. 73s, everyone. I got to call the wife, so I'm going to turn it down and just watch the blue screen.
W8WKY.
All right there, Mark. Well, great to hear you out there tonight, my friend. As always, we got you out for Alpha and Bravo for your answers, and good luck with the Fox Hunt. I'll unfortunately be at work, so I'll miss you all, but maybe next time around. So we'll say 73, and that's going to bring us on over to Kelly here, KC0LRM. How you doing?
Oh, KD8EPC, KC0LRM here. I didn't hear you at lunch today because Nick was running with that. All right, you're back here today. I'm going to give my answers here before I forget. I'm going to go A for Alpha and D Delta for the second one for Josh's. And things are going pretty good here. Just a little interesting fact, history history factoid here while I'm thinking about it. On this day in 1934, Charles Pretty Boy Floyd was gunned down by federal agents at a cornfield in Ohio. I thought that was interesting. That's all I got for you, Dustin, and thanks for running your hour of the net, you and Nick there, and I'll do a great job, and can't wait till next time. Back to you.
All right there, Kelly. Well, great to hear you out there, and thanks for being here tonight. And yeah, this is my only hour of the net I've had this week because Nick had me earlier. I had to wrestle in an oil tank earlier. That was not fun. So got you down for Alpha and Delta. We'll say 73 and catch you down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Next on the list, we're going to go talk to Jeremy, K8ZRY. How you doing?
KD8EPC, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Dustin, everybody on the net. Hope everybody's doing well, and, well, if you're here in Ohio, trying to stay warm. Or if you're anywhere where it's cold, trying to stay warm. I can't stand the cold. I hate that we're going into the winter. Said, I had a pretty good night working on something here, but glad I could stick around. And for my trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha and Bravo. With that, I'll pass it back to control.
All right there, Jeremy. We're going to say 73 to you, and we got you on for Alpha and Bravo there. And let's relay to Snow, Maple Syrup, AV8MO. Andy, how you doing? Feeling better since the last time we talked?
KD8EPC from AV8MO. Yeah, substantially better, actually. I have still a residual cough, but most of the congestion's gone, so I got to get up super early. Well, for me, it's super early, 5 o'clock. I'm going to go visit we'll meet a friend for breakfast tomorrow over at a restaurant over in Middlefield. It's right on his way to work, but I like to go there because they have good breakfast. And he lives down in Champion, which is near Warren, and works up in, I don't know whether it's Paynesville or Mentor, but it's quite a drive. But it's cheaper to live in Trumbull County, and he's got a good job up there, so he doesn't mind making the drive. So, anyhow, Trivium. Yeah, that place in New Jersey just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb to me, so I'm just going to say that, whatever answer that was. Yeah, and I'll go with the Nerdle thing, only because it sounds funny. And I always thought that it was entirely way too much toothpaste that they were putting on there. Of course they want you to use an ample amount of toothpaste, but I put on maybe about a half that amount, and I don't know, it seems to work. I've thank God, never had a filling, so apparently not applying as much as the TV commercial tells me to has worked out so far. That's all I got from here, Dustin. Good to talk with you. Miss seeing you. So back she comes, and I'm going to head to bed. KD8EPC, the man behind that, he re-erected that curtain. I'm not too happy about that. This is AV8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, good to hear you out there tonight, my friend. And that's awfully early to get up for breakfast. I'll be inspecting my inner eyelids at that hour. Tomorrow's my day off, and the first day I don't have anything to do in quite a while. So I am going to just pretend that I don't exist and laze around on the couch and watch TV and sleep in tomorrow. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you, and that's going to bring us down to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. Take it away.
I should say good evening there, Dustin. This is KI5TAQ. Let's get right to the trivia. The main trivia answer would be Charlie, and the second one would be Bravo. Charlie and Bravo, and we will just let it be at that. And of course today, with permission from Alan, I went and pestered Alan. He was like, okay, you got me. So, we got done pestering Alan for today, and all I got to do is wait for the end of the night. I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. Well, great to hear you out there tonight. And, you have a great evening, my friend. And we'll say 73 for now, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log. Let's jump on over here to Kyle now, AI5WN. How you doing?
Alpha India 5, Whiskey November. Alpha India 5, Whiskey November. Are you picking me up clearly?
Yeah, you're coming in just fine. Go ahead.
Alpha India 5, Whiskey November. Good, okay. All I have right now is a handheld, and I'm inside my house, so I was just making sure that it was picking up good. For my answers, I think in the blue chat, I think I threw in Alpha Echo, but I actually meant Alpha Charlie. Alpha Charlie is what I meant. As far as what I'm doing, I just got done playing some Battlefield 6 with the homies. I'm terrible at that game. I literally only got a couple kills. I'm terrible. I'm like the other team's MVP on that game. And also, I'm a Denver Bronco fan, so I'm really excited that we're actually semi-decent this year, which is really good news. And, just got off work not too long ago, having a brewski. Gonna wind down, and, just excited to be here. I'm pretty new to ham radio. I got it a few months back. Haven't done much with it, but I do enjoy this net. So back to you, Net Control.
All right there, Kyle. We'll enjoy your time winding down. We got you out for Alpha and Charlie for your trivias. And, don't be a stranger. Come and join us here. Join us for the Boredom Breaker Net. There's all kinds of wonderful things you can do with ham radio. So we'll say 73 for now. We'll catch you there down the log. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. Next on the list, we're going to go talk to Mark, K3MBC. How you doing?
Yeah, it's K3MBC. Thanks, Dustin. Having a good night tonight. Just enjoying being home from a long, ugly day, as I said earlier to Nick. And my answers are Delta and Alpha. Delta and Alpha. K3MBC, Cadet.
All right there, Mark. Well, thanks for joining us. We got you down for Delta and Alpha. We'll say 73. Have yourself a great evening, and that's going to bring me over here to K7RAN. Randy, how you doing?
Doing well. For some reason, I had a hankering for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on basically nasty, unhealthy white bread, and it was wonderful. I haven't done that in years. So I forgot the choice letters on the first one, but whatever is New Jersey, that was one of the choices. I'm going with New Jersey. And for the second one, I'll go with Echo. And that's it. From here in Salt Lake City, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So it was great, by the way. So back to you, Net Control, from Kilo 7, Romeo Alpha November.
I'll tell you, Randy, sometimes you just need that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can't go wrong with it. So we got you out for Bravo and Echo. Glad you enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to catching you there down the log. Let's say 73 and go over to John now. K1IF, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you, and good evening to the net from Youngstown, Ohio. And just stumbled across it and just listening in for the first time to this net. The trivia, I'm going to say Alpha Bravo. And let's see, to the guy that plays Battlefield 6, come on over to PUBG, man. It's a little slower and it's a lot of fun. And I haven't bought 6 yet, but started out with Battlefield Bad Company 2, and I like that one, 3 and 4, but the rest of them I didn't really like. So I'm still debating on whether to buy Battlefield 6. But anyways, here I am coming through Allstar. I'm also, I've got a connection into DMR that it's being transmitted over on TGIF network on 144 DMR. But anyways, back to net control. Thank you for letting me come in. K1, Italy Fox.
All right there, John. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We got you down for Alpha and Bravo there, and sounds like you're having fun with the games there. I never got much into games, but thanks for joining us here on the net. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-show at 9:30, so come back and join us when you can. So we'll say 73U. That's going to bring us on over to Uncle Fred, K8QFT. What's going on over on the north end of town there?
Well, the trivia is going to be Alpha and Charlie. Alpha and Charlie. Oh, not a lot going on here. I got upset because I'm paying to watch the Cavaliers on this FanDuel, their streaming service. I got all their exhibition games. Everything was looking good. Today's the opening day of the regular season this evening, and sure enough, they're not carrying. They don't carry the game. They say it's nationally televised, so they can't carry it. But the thing about it is, it's on another pay service, i.e. Fubo or ESPN. Generally, ESPN, when it happens with football, they would put it on ABC, also Channel 5. But that wasn't the case tonight. So, let me break for a second. It's just the way it is, If you're a sports fan, you want to watch these games, generally you're going to end up paying one way or the other. And that's just the way she goes. Other than that, not much going on. I found a whole bunch of nets last week when I did my 24 hours of radio on Allstar. I'd like to point out, though, and I've run into a bunch of nets, both on HF and Allstar, everything. I'd rank the boredom breaker net right up there with anybody else. It's incredible the following that this repeater has in this network. And when you guys first linked up with Oklahoma, amazing. So I just wanted to say that. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. We got you out for Alpha and Charlie, and those link systems certainly do magic there, so we're glad to be able to have them. So we'll say 73, and that's going to bring us to Northern Mark, KC8FQV. This is KD8EPC. Take it away.
All right, Dustin. Yeah, KC8FQV. Yeah, I've done not 24 hours, but there's been times where I've done nets late at night into Seattle, Washington, but no, they don't want me anymore. So Jack K, RMU, he was so worried about all these phone calls that I get. I say, Yeah, half of them are garbage, and none of them have phone numbers. They'll come through. Now I just hang up on them all. I don't even answer them. And immediately I dial back the number, and non-working number. So I delete it. But on my trivias, I'm going to say B for the first, or A, B. No, A for the first one, B for the second. So, Nerdle or whatever is B, and St. Louis. But A and B for the trivia. National Ham Fest in the 2nd of November. Don't forget the clock change I heard that weekend. So, everything else is going good here, Dustin. And the net today at 1 o'clock was in very good hands with Nick. So, K7, back to net control.
All right there, Mark. Well, thanks for joining us, and we got you down for Alpha and Bravo there. We'll say 73, and that's going to bring us on over here to California, RevTev, K6KJV. How you doing there, Kevin and Maranatha?
Well, hello there. I can't even talk. Hello there, Mr. Dustin, everyone else on the net, the crew, the youngins. This K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California. We're doing just fine. Sounds like y'all's having fun. I'm having fun here listening to you. So without further ado, I'll get to the big important decision here. Double D's, Delta and Delta. God bless and 73, everyone. I'm back to net control from K6KJV. Maranatha.
All right there, Kevin. Well, great to hear you. Have a great rest of the evening there, my friend, and we've got your answers down as usual. We're going to go down here to Craig now, AA8CT. Take it away. Uh-oh, let's try that again. AA8CT. Craig, are you still with us? All right, nothing heard. We'll try Craig again in a minute. And last but not least on this list, let's go talk to my good friend Jairus, AI5Q. What's going on, man?
Hey, Dustin, AI5Q here. Not a lot going on. We, let's see, since last we talked, we went camping last weekend at the annual Catholic Scouting Retreat, and we're going camping this weekend with the Cub Scouts, and Barrick is going camping with his troop at a different location, and Noelle is going camping with her troop at the same location as the Cub Scouts, and they're going to be cooking food for the staff as a service project and hanging out with us. So it's supposed to rain this weekend, Friday and Saturday, and that's okay. We have tents and rain jackets, so we'll get through it, but should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it, and you already got my trivia answers, A and B, that's Alpha and Bravo, marked down, so that's taken care of. What else? I missed you at lunch today. We went to lunch and hung out, talking business at the restaurant for quite a while, complaining about problems and trying to solve problems and whatnot, so that took a little while, and I didn't get back into the office about 1:15, so I missed your hour and wasn't able to check in, but it happens from time to time, so there you go. AI5Q, back to you, Dustin.
All right. right there, Jairus. Well, lots of good things happening, and no worries, you didn't miss me today. You missed just Nick, because I was wrestling a fuel oil tank up a flight of stairs most of the day. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We got you down for Alpha and Bravo, and I think I'm going to steal your answers and take Alpha and Bravo as my answers, too. So take that. Hi. Good to hear you, Jairus. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list as it stands, and I'm ready for more check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 9 Charlie Quebec Delta, KE9 CQD, Tim up in Northwest Indiana.
Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha. KJ5 ATA guy from Georgetown, Texas. Checking in to the Beacon Net. All right. Be standing by.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha.
Zulu, Terry in Ellenboro, West Virginia, KF80RZ.
All right, what a nice orderly list of check-ins. We got K9CQD Tim. We have KJ5ATA Guy. We got a recheck from KC8FQV. I got Neil WD8LA, and we have Terry KF8ERZ over in West Virginia. All right, let's talk to Tim. Or actually, before we talk to everybody, I'm just going to go up here and get a refresher on our trivia questions. So let's do that first. Let's go up here to Miss Lucy. Would you mind rereading us the main trivia, please?
KD8ABC KEYK, here's your main trivia. In which city was the first public demonstration of radio communication held? A. St. Louis, Missouri. B. Alpine, New Jersey. C. New York, New York. Or D. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Again, main trivia. In which city was the first public demonstration of radio communication held? A. St. Louis, Missouri. B. Alpine, New Jersey. C. New York, New York. Or D. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Miss Lucy. Now let's go up to Mr. Lucy, W8HRF. Would you mind rereading us the alternate trivia?
Sure thing, Dustin. W8HRF here. This is alternate trivia. What's the oddly specific name for that perfect curl of toothpaste you see in commercials? Your options are Alpha, a swoosh, Bravo, a nurdle, a dabble, Delta, a Cornwaldo bean, or Echo, a pastelet. Again, your options for main trivia, or the main trivia, or the alternate trivia. Goodness gracious. Alternate trivia. What is the oddly specific name for that perfect curl of toothpaste you see in commercials? Your options are Alpha, a swoosh, Bravo, a nurdle, Charlie, a dabble, Delta, a Cornwaldo bean, or Echo, a pastelet. Back to you, Dustin.
Thanks so much there, Josh. Let's go down here and talk to our new list now. Let's start with Tim, KE9CQD. How you doing, Tim, and what are your trivia answers this evening?
Well, thanks for getting me into the Beacon Net. Glad I could catch you guys tonight. Checking in a little late. Doing well here. Just running the kids, and picked up my daughter from a friend's house a little bit ago, and got the kiddos down, and just winding down for the night. Going to put on some music and listen to the Beacon Net and play some radio tonight. So hopefully it'll be a good, quiet evening here tonight. But anyway, trivia. I think for the main trivia, I'm going to go with Alpha. We'll go with A. And the alternate trivia, I will do Charlie, C. We'll go with A and C. But I'll turn it back over to you. This is KE9CQD.
All right, great night to be playing some radio there, Tim. So thanks for joining us. We got you on for Alpha and Charlie, and we'll look forward to catching you there down the log real soon. Let's go over to Guy now, KJ5 ATA. What's going on in Texas?
Yeah, BeaconNet, Dustin. This is KJ5 ATA in Texas. Been getting cooler, thank goodness. Yeah, well, it's rather enjoyable. Been a little cooler day. Got in the 80s, and that's nice. And, oh yeah, trivia. I'm going to say if it was Delta, it's Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to say that because, you know, that's where KDKA, that's the first station that really made the broadcast. Anyways, and then for the second one, I'm going to say, I think it was maybe Bravo. I think I'm going to go with Bravo anyways. And that, as far as that gentleman that was eating that peanut butter jelly sandwich earlier, that made me hungry. So I know I shouldn't have, but I got up and I didn't want to make a sandwich, so I grabbed a Klondike bar out of the freezer and I had that just now, and it tasted pretty darn good. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got from around here in these parts, and so we're going to throw it back to network, and that should be that. So this is KJ5 ATA 73.
All right there, Guy. Well, great to hear you. We got you on for Delta and Bravo, and I'll tell you, all this talk of sandwiches makes me want one, too. So I might have to have a sandwich after the net, or some kind of snack anyhow. May have to raid the cupboard or the freezer or something, see what we've got. So we'll say 73 to you, and let's go talk to Neil, WD8LLA. What's going on in Brewster?
W8WKY, WD8LLA. Good evening, Dustin, and everyone on the net tonight. It's pretty quiet down at the metropolis. I hadn't heard any train cars banging today, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if a lot of people know it, but a steel company from Cleveland bought out the Wheeling Lake Erie here, and they're going to start hauling coke and coal. They're going to make steel up here in Cleveland again. So that's a good thing. This peanut butter jelly thing, my mother sent it to my lunch when I was a child, and as an adult, I couldn't never bring myself to eat one. The last 5 years, I've been making a Dagwood about this time of the night. I use peanut butter, grape jelly, big slices of onion, some bacon, American cheese on it, maybe a little mayonnaise. Now, that's a real jelly sandwich. That's all I have, Dustin. Thanks for running the net, and 73 to everybody. Stay safe out there. It's a crazy world.
All right there, Neil. Well, great to hear you. And I actually did read a little bit about the Wheeling and Lake Erie's buyout, but didn't know it was a steel company. Thought it was just another railroad company because they own a bunch of other ones, too. So great to hear you, and we'll say 73. And before you go, did you happen to want to answer our trivia questions, or did I miss those?
W8WKY.
I'll go with the last one on the first one. I forget what that answer was with the last one. And the second one, my 80-year-old brain couldn't comprehend the question, so that's the deal on that. Back to net.
All right there, Neil. Well, thanks so much. Great to hear you, my friend, and you keep spotting them Wheeling and Lake Erie's. They got the main line shut down here tonight. They're doing some track welding this evening, so we'll say 73 and catch you down the log, and that's going to bring us on over here to Terry in West Virginia. KF8ERZ, how you doing?
Jersey. Good evening, Dustin, and everybody on the net. I'm doing very well this evening. Had a pretty good day, been a busy day. It was productive, and glad I was able to stay up long enough to catch you on the net. I'll thank you for taking my check-in. As far as trivia goes, I'm going to go with Alpha Charlie. Alpha and Charlie is my answer, so I'm probably way off on that, but I'll give it my best shot. But anyway, don't want to hold it. I know there's other people waiting, but I just good to hear everybody on there, and I'll say 73 to everybody on the net, and God bless. This is KFA ERZ.
All right there, Terry. We got you on for Alpha and Charlie, and we appreciate you sticking around and stopping by the Beacon Net tonight. So we'll say 73 for now, and you're number 42 on the list. So the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Let's go back up to Mark now, KC at FQV with your recheck. Take it.
All right, and Dustin, you know, earlier tonight when Nick was running this pre-show, he had 30, I think it was like 30 check-ins, or was it more? It was more. It was an amazing number how many he had, and he had them before, you know. But no, that was, you know, he had that many. But this morning when that was, I'm looking at, but this morning on the barometer net, Fred had 42 check-ins in less than 25 minutes. I don't know what happened, but I guess it was on fire. He had, yeah, because when it was 7:25, he read, and he had 42. It was like, so it was before 25 after he had the 42, and then he went through the list of the check-ins, and he said, yep, I got 42 right now. So, I mean, that was amazing how fast he got that many. That was the comment I was going to make, because I seen tonight Nick had like 30 in his time slot there. And like, wow. So, we'll send it back to net control. Yeah, the barometer net's in the morning for those there at night that don't get up in the morning. So, same place you're listening to it. Net now. Tune in the morning. Okay, CFQV. Back it comes, Dustin.
All right there, Mark. Well, thanks so much for joining us there. And yeah, I guess Nick says that Fred logs Jim's half hour, so that's how he got the 42. So there you go. But we'll say 73 to you, Mark. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list of the stands, and I'm ready for more check-ins. So stations waiting to check in, please call now. All right, nothing heard. Let's make one more call for check-ins. Stations waiting to check in, please call now. All right, let's go talk to the net control team. Take it away, Nick. KD8SLG, what do you know?
KD8EPC is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin, and all the Beacon netizens. Way to light them up tonight, man. Did some fine business, for sure. Great conversation in the blue screen tonight. Goobers, man, goobers. Seriously, I had 5 goober sandwiches yesterday alone. There. Just read about yesterday, Smuckers, Uncrustables, you know, those frozen little sandwiches that are overly priced, but they don't have crust, and they're really yummy and frozen. Suing Trader Joe's for trademark infringement, because Trader Joe's crustless peanut butter and jam sandwiches look exactly like Smucker's Uncrustables, and even in their advertising they show one of them with a bite and everything oozing out of it. This is where my mind wanders. This is also why I answered Alpha and Bravo an hour ago when we first heard the questions, so I'm with Alpha and Bravo tonight. Those are my answers. I'd like to make it out on Saturday for Gary and Jason's Fox Hunt. Let me drop this for a second. The leaves and colors really started popping. I think they're going to make everybody go into the woods or something. Or at least drive by some colorful trees. Anyway, that's going on. And Maps Hamfest is the best Hamfest. So there. That Trunk Fest right after COVID was the first place I met a whole bunch of all y'all. And that was pretty cool. So Maps Hamfest always has a soft spot in my heart. And golly, that lid out in Oklahoma bugged me twice today. We have to go cross-country fox hunting. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Nick. Well, great to hear you. And I like cross-country witch hunts. I mean, fox hunts. Hi. And yeah, that's where we met, was that first Hamfest. That's where I met a bunch of you guys at. They all knew me as the pizza guy back then. Still am, but just not on the mobile as much anymore. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you. Let's go down here to Miss Lucy now. KYUK. Give us your comments and go ahead and give us the main trivia answer.
I was not paying attention, so I had to have Josh tell me what I was supposed to do. What did we do today? Did some dishes. I painted an entire painting. Probably should have let the paint dry a little bit, but it turned out okay. There's only one thing that really bugs me about it. Basically, long story short, I found a canvas at Aldi's for, $20 of the solar system, and I thought it was really cool, but I thought, I can do that. So for $5, I made my own. You can tell, but I did it by myself. Will slept a lot today, so I got a lot of my own time, which was just remarkable. I'm working on writing my story again, which feels great. Betty is really good. We had calling hours for my great aunt today, which is very sad, but it was really good to see that side of the family again. It's always, unfortunately, at funerals more often than not anymore, so I'm hoping to make a change to that down the line, but we'll deal with that then. I can't think of anything else particularly cool or interesting that we did today, really. Betty loves puzzles, but she loves when I help her with puzzles, and she loves particular puzzles so that we'll finish the puzzle and I'll be ready to be done with puzzles, and she'll dump it out and make me do it over again. But that's fun. That's pretty much all I can think of for what we did today. It was very, very mentally blurry, mostly because I didn't have it broken up by Will needing to do things. So he is asleep now, so is Betty, and grateful for the day. All right, I'll let it drop, and I'll read off main trivia. Here we go. K8YUK returning with main trivia. In which city was the first public demonstration of radio communication held? Hey, Josh, did you put down your answer for this?
Yeah, we did.
Josh says New Jersey. I don't think either of us did the Jersey accent. Anyway, A, St. Louis, Missouri. B, Alpine, New Jersey. C, New York, New York. Or D, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The answer is A, Alpha. Dayhist.com says the location of this historic demonstration was the World's Fair, also known as the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, though Tesla specifically conducted his demonstration in St. Louis for a gathering. I guess it's St. Louis, isn't it? If it's in Missouri, it's St. Louis. People are going to get mad at me. Anyway, for a gathering of investors and members of the scientific community. The fair was a showcase of technological advancements, and Tesla seized this opportunity to present his revolutionary ideas. Tesla's demonstration involved the use of his invention, the Tesla coil, which enabled the wireless transmission of signals over long distances. At the center of the demonstration was a receiver that he had designed, which could detect and reproduce radio waves. During the event, Tesla transmitted signals through the air and successfully demonstrated the capability of sending and receiving these signals without the need for wires, merely utilizing electromagnetic waves. This public demonstration laid the foundation for numerous advancements in the field of radio communication. Tesla's work on alternating current electricity and his experiments with radio waves contributed significantly to modern telecommunications. However, it took some time for the impact of this demonstration to be fully realized. While many were amazed, there remained skepticism around the potential of wireless communication technology. Despite the groundbreaking nature of his work, Tesla faced challenges in gaining recognition and financial support. Many of his inventions were patented and commercialized by others, which led to some disputes over credit and recognition in the years to come. Nevertheless, Tesla is now celebrated as one of the pioneers of radio technology, and his contributions are acknowledged as foundational to the developments in radio communications that followed. Holy moly. So again, answer, St. Louis, Missouri. People are going to be so mad at me. All right, back to you, Dustin. God bless everybody. 73s. KE8YK to KD8EPC.
All right there, Miss Lucy. Thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for doing the main trivia. And let's see here. Let's go over here to W8HRF now, Josh, for our alternate trivia. What do you get? Or actually, give us your comments, and then give us the alternate trivia answer.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Comments. Well, I guess, man, that Tesla guy, he sure did a lot. Electricity, radio, and man, he sure made a good car. Anyways, yeah, somebody mentioned the colors, the fall colors. Man, it was like, I don't know what it was like for everybody, but seems like a light switch went off. I feel like I was driving to work Monday, and I was noticing, man, everything is still green. That's crazy. And then today, everything's in full color. So, I don't know, just the cold weather, I guess. But, what else? Like Nick said, yep, Fox Hunt this weekend. Thanks to Gary and Jason for putting that on. Let's see, 10 a.m. Bueller's parking lot. The festivities begin at 10:15. Last vehicle to leave will be 10:30, and listen on the Doylestown repeater for any updates. Yeah, it looked like the weather was going to be good, so fine business there. I don't think I'm going to make it. I am trying to work with my dad to get a shed foundation put in this weekend so that we can have a shed delivered on Wednesday next week, so trying to get that done. We'll see how that ends up. And what's the other thing that's going on? I'm sitting here transcribing the paper logs from the USS Cod outing, and man, paper logs take a lot longer than you would expect. I'm on sheet 1 still out of 2.5. It's not too bad, but I know we have 184 contacts in all. I think there's 60 on these sheets. But the best call sign, let me take a break. I will say that the most fun call sign that I've run across on all of these, out of all of these call signs, is November 1 Lima India Delta, number 1 lid. So he is in Maryland. So that was kind of funny. I was like, is that real? So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and read alt trivia. Tonight's alt trivia question was, what is the oddly specific name for that perfect curl of toothpaste that you see in commercials? Yes, Mark, I am shedding this weekend. Sorry, I'm reading the blue screen. Your options were Alpha, a swoosh, and we had one person who answered that. Bravo, a nurdle. We had 14 answers for nurdle. Charlie, a dabble, 7 answers for that. Delta, a Cornwaldo bean, had 4 for that. And Echo, a pastelet, that was 2 answers for that. The answer was Bravo, nurdle, so majority folks got it, but there was a mix. So the wavy swirls of toothpaste frequently seen in advertising are called nurdles. In 2012, the companies behind Colgate and Aquafresh sued each other over ownership of the nurdle design, each claiming that the other shouldn't be allowed to show it. The lawsuit ended cleanly, however, when the two companies announced that they had reached a confidential settlement. This is just I don't even know. This is super important stuff to be suing each other over. So, anyways, you could say that they probably had a little bit of a filibuster on the courtroom floor and regarding who can use that term, nerdle, but they cleaned it up there. So, anyways, that was the answer. Bravo, nerdle. 7-3, everybody. Catch you all later. KD8EPC, W8HRF.
All right, thanks so much there for another wonderful alternate trivia there, Josh. Really appreciate it there. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. We're at the bottom of the list, and this is the last call for check-in. So any stations waiting to check in, please call now.
This is Kilo 5 Mike Romeo X-Ray KJ5 MRX Carlton Mobile. Wait.
All right, we picked up a KJ5 MRX, I believe. Mobile, go ahead.
And on y'all say hello and God bless there. And I'll be.
All right there, I think you may be at the fringes there. I only caught about half of what you said, but we appreciate you stopping by there. We're going to say 73 to you. Have a great rest of the evening and mobile safely out there. We'll look forward to catching you down the log. All right, that was the last call for check-ins. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm going to drop it for time. And on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself and the Beacon Net crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the barometer net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Board and Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, and that's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They run a couple hours, switch net controls at the top of the hour, and welcome rechecks. So check them out if you can. With that, this is KD8EPC returning the repeaters for normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
Nicola C at 5 X-Ray Carlton Mobile and Waco.
W8WKY.
KE8 QFT listening.
Well, either going to listen to silent or some Morse code, KCFQV.
What about Morse code? Come on.
Oh, you were saying your QMT listening, and I was saying, well, you were listening to nothing, or you were listening to the Morse code. You know, that Morse code that came in there a little bit, KCFQV.
Oh, I was listening to see if anyone was out there. So what's up there, Mark?
Oh, not a lot. Well, what I was saying, what were you going to listen to? Well, yeah, you were looking for someone, and I said, what are you listening to? Nothing, or the Morse code? Because that Morse code came out there. But yeah, not much are happening. Yeah, I plugged this little refrigerator in, or cooler, or whatever it is. I got at that thrift store down there by Nick. Yeah, I stopped there. So, yeah, $3. And I think it must be a worker. I don't know why someone would return it. Other than they thought it was going to be bigger or something, and what it was. So, they sent it back. Who knows? We have so much stuff. I was watching a video today. Your sewer waste. They recycle that. They take all the solid waste out of the sewage, and of course that gets dealt with, and they get the liquid stuff purified down. They say they can get purified down to where it could be returned to drinking water. They talk about being able to make salt water into drinking water. Then they were showing another video about asphalt. Asphalt road, I guess, lasts about 30 years, and then they can rip it up and take it in and manufacture it. And they were saying, well, tires too. And then they were showing, and then there was another video I was watching about the oil drilling, or what's that, within, I'm trying to think, was that oil drilling by itself? But, oil, they drill the oil. Maybe it was part of the asphalt one. But, they drill the oil, and they pull the gases out, and oil, and there's part of the petrol, part of the stuff comes out of the ground is it's the plastic, and it's not very much, but once they take that out and they send it off to another process, they make all kinds of plastic. There's all the varying plastic, there's different things that molecules in that, they have
Yeah, KEQFT, you still out there, Mark?
Amazing in that they can recycle stuff. But yeah, YouTube, that internet, you start looking at it, and you go down the rabbit hole. Brad, the KCFQV.
I watched a lot of videos on YouTube, some pertaining to ham radio, but like a while ago I was interested in towers in general, not just for amateur radio, but I mean like broadcast towers. And on YouTube, they have several really interesting videos of towers that fell. Well, sometimes the result of the tower fell falling, but sometimes they had actual footage of there was one in Wisconsin, and now this was the biggest structure outside of New York City at the time. It was a TV tower, and it collapsed due to snow and ice built up on it. And I mean, yeah, that was incredible. It was even more amazing is within 9 months they had erected another tower that was just as large, and the TV station was back on the air, full power, over.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple of them things. There's one of them they call the Super Tower, I think, or the Super Station or Super Tower. Yeah, it might have been that one. But yeah, there's some tall ones. When you don't have no hills to be on, yeah, you gotta make it all in steel. And yeah, they can be unpredictable on what will happen. I know I've heard guys talk about when they have a tower and they start loading with antennas and they start modifying and that, and they say, some of the guys, when they see things occurring like that, some of them is like, I don't want to be involved with that one anymore. They were involved with it, and then other companies come in and do things, and eventually some guys look and say, I'm done with that. That tower is a danger. It's getting overloaded. You have to be careful how you do the stuff. You gotta make sure you put the things in the right place. You gotta make sure you have the right reinforcements. You don't want to do anything that's going to compromise it. KCFQV.
And these cell towers and broadcast towers, they have to have the light replaced every so often. They just go up there and replace them. The light might be working fine, but they go up there, I think it was like every 6 months or so, and they replace like that light on top of the tower and other ones on the side. Periodically, and don't wait for it to burn out, because of course then you've got a chance of aircraft flying into them. But yeah, I think there's some pretty interesting stuff on YouTube. Not so much instructional stuff like I looked up there. There are several things I looked up, pertaining to radio, and you have to play them videos back because, like, they talk. Well, today we're going to explain how to do this or that, or there, and the next thing you know, well, that's it. And it's like you got to take everything a step at a time. Like when I was starting to get into D-Star, I got to get back into it. But yeah, they'll show you exactly everything you need to know. Only trouble is they show it at full speed, and you got to be real fast. KE8QFT.
Yeah, KCFQV. Well, the thing is, if they don't do the light, you just have to have someone sort of watch the tower. You have a tower like by a police station or something where they're using the tower for their communication. Now, some of them towers are not that tall. It just depends on how high they are. If they're under 200 feet, they don't need anything for lights. At 200 feet is where you start getting into it. But if you have someone there, like if you were at dispatch, a comm center or something, you could just say, hey, this is what you got to do nightly, you know, and it'd be right in the thing, a agenda or whatever, that you got to go out and check the tower. You just go out, you look up, the lights are flashing. They just log it, check, you know, the company could be, you know, because many of the companies have, they have the police departments on them, and then they have other stuff on them, so they just say, you know, they might have the, you know, a thing, just check it, and they just check it and they say, lights were working, and then they say, if they're not working, then you call this number, and you would call their cellular company, or, you know, and just say, hey, this is in this tower at this location, light is out. And then they would just notify FAA immediately that they're out, and then they go out and replace it. But they just have to notify the FAA or flight authority that that's out. They mark that on the thing so that they can tell the pilots there is a light out. There's a tower there, but no light. Or however, I don't know however they do it, but I know that they do have to notify the thing. But yeah, that's what they would do, just go and replace them. That like traffic lights. You know, you never think about traffic lights, but most traffic lights, it seems like they're always working. Once in a great while, you'll see one's not working. Of course, in the cities where police departments are, yeah, they just know they pass them every day, so they just know, they're all working. So, KSFQV, there's a lot of different things out there that people just have to keep an eye on. So, KSFQV.
Yeah, I was talking about them other the taller structures, you know, tall towers. But also, like, as far as the lights, you know, one thing that always makes me laugh is like after an event, you know, you got a cop there directing traffic, and he's standing underneath the traffic light, you know, and he decides, well, he's going to let 10 people go this way, stop them, let 10 people go that way. I always say, why don't you get the heck out of the way and let the light do its job, you know? Yeah, I just don't understand it. Yeah. KE8UFT. Back to you, Mark.
Okay, Chef. Well, who was under the light? Well, sometimes they will if they're working at an intersection. Like here, they were working on the one corner. It was the phone company they were working, so they were working in one corner, and you couldn't get. As a matter of fact, the one lane they had closed because they were in the lane. You know, I remember when we started doing fiber in this city, we had the one road, there was a crossroad, a traffic light, and they had a left turn, a right, and a straight. So, well, that where one of the junctions were going on, the line was there, so they just pulled in the right turn lane, and they just had that blocked the whole day while they were splicing. So when you came up to do a right turn onto the road going the one way, you had to just stay in the straight lane and go right after you passed them, so they were in the right turn lane. So, you know, there's always that road work, always someone working on the road somewhere, or working on something that is on the side of the road. Okay, so QV.
can understand that, you know, construction projects or whatever, but I can't understand, like after a special event, a ball game's just letting out or something like that. You got a cop standing right underneath the light, directing traffic, you know? No construction, nothing else, just a cop there. I don't know, he's got to have something to do, I guess. And I always say, get the hell out of the way and let the light do the job. You know, it's there for, but, oh well. Just something to rant about.
Well, yeah. Well, Fred, the thing is, there may not be much cross traffic occurring at that time, and that light just cycles, and you just keep leaving it cycle through, and you have one way, 30 seconds each way or a minute each way. You're holding traffic up for a minute. So they would rather keep the flow of traffic going and get it out of the area, because maybe after that light, that traffic can freely move out and more roads can, move the traffic out of the area. So you could have one light that could be a holdup, and if you keep leaving it go back and forth like that, you're going to be forever trying to get out of that lot, and you'll have people just screaming. So the thing is, when you don't have no traffic on a cross, there ain't no traffic really using the crossroad where that light's at. They would rather leave, and you might go 5 minutes with that guy just leaving that traffic go. So you can put a lot of traffic through an intersection without, a lot of traffic can be put through an intersection without the light going back and forth. I mean, it goes back and forth, but since he's there, he overrules the traffic signal. So, KSFQV.
This is KE8QFT. From Medina, Ohio. If anyone wants to join us, hop on in here. I'll be out here a couple more minutes. But Mark, I like that, the PSRG, and then the net after it at night. After the 9 o'clock net on PSRG, which is, of course, midnight our time. I like the night crawlers net at Chicago. This morning I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning. I was trying to make the insomnia net that comes on after that. And, I just got too tired. But I didn't get up until 2 o'clock this afternoon, because I decided, well, why not? I'm retired. I can do that now. KE8QFT.
I got done working on a car, but I'm still taking stuff apart. So it's been a really good day today.
KE8QFT, are you still out there, Mark? Did you hear that? Someone's trying to talk here. I couldn't quite hear him.
Yeah, I heard something there, Fred, but I didn't hear him, really. Now, this is going to go off. We don't need that thing anymore. That's gone. It's like the phones, they ring and I hang up on them now. I don't answer them, I just hang up on them. You know, I have also talked to them. And I'll hang on. I want to keep them on as long. You want to keep them people on as long as you can. Another way, because then they say, geez, you didn't do anything. You know, their bosses, geez, you didn't accomplish anything with that one. It kept you on a long time. Well, yeah, that's my whole object. Keep them on a long time so that they get the idea. Well, if you're going to call me, we'll be on the phone for a half hour. I don't want to be on a half hour. Well, I want to be on a half hour. You want to call me, then we'll be a half hour here, or an hour. I'll have the time. I'll take you all day long. I don't care. If you don't want to talk for an hour or 2 hours, then quit calling me. So, yeah. So, I gotta find where the Nightcrawler is at on Allstar. Yeah, I'll go in there and look it up. I think I did. I don't know if they have a Allstar connection. They may only have Echolink. But, KSFQV. Yeah, I gotta go down and get the mail. I haven't done that yet today. It'll be very soon. It'll be tomorrow. But, yeah, and there's the paper down there, too. That's probably getting stale. But, KSFQV.
Mark, you got something to write with. They're on Allstar 458-800. 458-800. I don't know if I'll be on this morning. Maybe I'll just come on there and just say hi, but I mean that net there, they you know, you can be on that for like 2 hours. 2 hours, 2.5 hours. That net lasts a while, and they'll come back to you 2 or 3 times. I kind of like that. If you're still with them. So who keeps calling you? That's what I don't get. Over.
All these idiots that just want to get your credit cards and get whatever information they can get from you so they can steal everything from you. Yeah, all these, you know, whoever wants to try to sell something to you or just get your, ultimately, their thing is just to get money. They just want money. That's all them people want. So, yeah, they want funeral. They plan your funeral and do this, this or what this, you know, whatever. You know, these people, just all these scammers and more scammers are out there. Jeez, oh man, if we didn't have the scammers, we would have all kinds of space on the internet and bandwidth. Them people just hog it all up. In case FQV.
Okay, Mark. I'm going to go let you go. I got to give my cat a treat and give me a little treat here. A nice cold beer and some cheese and crackers. And we'll catch you later. KE8QFT 73, Mark. We'll be clear on your final.
But yeah, they're pretty annoying to deal with.
All right, Brad. Well, at 458-600, did you say for that one? Is that the Nightcrawler or is that the Insomni? KSFQV.
Mark as 458-800. 458-800. 458800. You got it now? Read it back to me, over.
All right, I got it now. It's 458-800. So it's 458800. Okay, I got it now, Fred. And is that the Assoc net or the that net in Chicago? KSFQV.
That's the night crawlers out of Chicago. But now I know, like on two nights they link up with the Insomnia Net at 0300 hours. But yeah, if you're up then, and they often have, like, when they do their announcements, they announce the other nets that they're connected to during the day. A bunch of nets that WN9W out of Chicago is connected to. It's pretty interesting if sometime you want to stay up and, you know, and listen to that net. Well, you know, KEAQFT here. That'll probably be it for me, definitely now. 73, once again, we'll be clearing your final mark.
All right, Fred, yep, I'll say 73 is good. I got the number now. So, I'll say 73, then we'll see us in the morning. Yeah, a little less than 15 minutes. It'll be Thursday. So hopefully Gary's all has his sugar plums in bed and ready to go in the morning. He has sugar plums dancing in his head now. Maybe he's been in sleeping, and so he'll be ready roaring to go in the morning. So KSFQV 73, Fred.
73, Mark, we're clear.
Yeah, we'll be clear, and we'll leave the agitators do their thing now, KSFQV. Go ahead, agitators, do whatever you want to do.
I want to do a test. Can you guys hear me a lot more clearly now? But I would keep phoning on the repeater, but it looks like because of Echolink, when you guys transmit, I can't transmit until it stops transmitting from you guys. But I keep trying to talk, but it don't work.